I've spent many hours thinking about how different our lives are now. What is wrong with me? What could I have done to change things or stop this from happening? I think these thoughts every single day. I replay in my mind our last few months together. Although I knew he was distant, he wasn't my husband for a while. I just thought he was depressed. I thought he needed to get home from working away in the mines and get some counselling. I said this to him for months. He really pulled away from me as the time went on, and all I was doing was trying to keep everyone and everything together. I set up spray tanning at home and started babysitting. Working so much I burnt myself out so many times but never said no to any work. I remember when he first admitted to me he was depressed. I always remember him being so easygoing, so carefree. I was always the one that stressed and let things get to me. He calmed me and was almost too calm at times. So him admitting this to me really affected me. Knowing how our relationship wasn't the same, I felt invisible to him, and he obviously wasn't feeling good in himself. So on one of his breaks after 4 weeks working away, I saved all my babysitting money and booked for us to go away with the kids. We went glamping at Hastings Point. We had some much needed time together. We went fishing. We had dinner on the beach, and we played board games. I remember when the kids were in bed, we laid there on the bottom bunk and talked about everything. It was the closest I felt to him in a long time. But it was the first time that he mentioned to me about us separating. I now understand a lot more than I did laying there with him then. I get so sad when I think about 2014. I feel like it was all a lie. The whole year I was just oblivious. I still cried every time he went to work. Whether he was going for 1 week or 4 weeks, I cried every single time. When I got him work on the Gold Coast, he still wasn't happy. He hated it. He hated the drive to Brisbane. He hated the money. He didn't like anyone he worked with.
You're there right from the start.
And I just tried to remind him that he was home every single night. But he still wasn't happy. When he had his work Christmas party and he was MIA, I was forced to look for answers, anything to tell me the truth about what he was doing. But he was so dishonest and secretive, I had no choice. I had no idea that I would find out what I did. I think that's what people don't understand, is that I loved him. I trusted him so much that although I felt distant to him for months, I was still shocked when I found out. To me, our relationship was repairable, and we just needed to work on him, and we would get better. I didn't know that he was lying to me and betraying me the way that he was, and to that extent. So many times in conversations run through my head every single day, only to find out that he was lying to my face, looking me in the eyes. Even the very day that I found out, we spent hours talking that morning, and I gave him so many chances to tell me anything he needed to. He denied anything. He looked me in the eyes and said there was nothing to tell me in our 15 years together. He had been loyal to me and had nothing to say. That night, I was surrounded by my girlfriends. Once again, I tried to put pieces of the puzzle together. So I looked on his laptop, and it must have been Karma, because right there in front of me, he received the picture message. I tried ringing the number, and it went to a voicemail. It was a girl's voice. I tried ringing that number over and over. I was so nervous. And I was just feeling sick. And then she answered. I'll never ever forget that phone call. It always replays in my mind. His choices and his decisions have ruined our family. They've broken us. Where I was living in my own little fairy tale, that fairy tale was a lie. My beautiful life was shattered, and I don't know why he'd do this to me or to us. I don't know why he stopped caring or loving me, and why he chose to do this. I don't know when he lost himself. These are the questions I've asked myself for the last 269 days, every single day. In 9 months, we've had to sell our family home. The home that we renovated to make our own, where we brought both our babies home from the hospital. I packed up that home into boxes. I sat down, I sorted out our memorabilia and had to sort it into his and mine. I separated our engagement and wedding cards and all our travelling memories. I cried whilst doing this. I just sat and read and remembered and cried. And then it all hit me again when I unpacked into the townhouse that me and the kids now call home. I've changed my first light bulb and now pay rent for the first time and do everything it takes to support me and the kids. It has taken me 9 months to feel on top of things, on top of bills, routine, appointments. Before now, the kids didn't have a strict bedtime. I'd forget to feed the dog and forget things at school and kindy, at the shops. The amount of times I came into work, not being able to function, not being able to stop crying. They've just been so patient with me all year. I don't know how I would have got through without them being so understanding. I find it so hard to come to the realisation that he is someone that I can't trust. He just lies to me. Someone that I adored and had such unconditional love for has done this to me. I would have done anything for him. I really am grieving. I'm grieving a man that I thought I knew. I'm grieving a relationship and a life and a future that's no longer. I miss being held, being close to someone, and just calling them to talk about my day. What eats me up as a mum is seeing my babies go through this. And on my bad days, just forcing to get up and smile because I don't want them to see and feel the pain that I'm feeling. I struggle with the thought of what kind of man Braden's going to be. I want him to be respectful, caring and honest. I worry about this more than anything to do with me or how I feel. I want and need Braden to be a good person, a good brother, a good son, and one day a good husband. I worry that he's not being influenced in a positive way, and I worry about all the questions he asks me and him seeing me broken, seeing me cry, and him having to be the man of our house so young. I know that it will only take time, but to be honest, 9 months on, and I feel so consumed of it. I miss being the friend that I was to my friends. I miss being a good sister to my sisters. Both my parents have lost a parent this year, and I just feel so preoccupied. I feel like I haven't been the daughter I want to be to them. I just want to feel free. I want to feel free of pain and hurt, and I just want to feel happy again. I just want to smile, a real smile. And I just want to feel loved. I mean, loved by someone that just truly loves me. I have hope that in the future someone will, but now I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck in the motions of the healing process. And now I've got one last box to unpack. A box that I asked Mum to keep until I was ready to look at it. I just have no idea what I'm going to do with it.